Yo, what's up, MMA fans? It's your boy, man. I'm back at it again, man. I'm here to talk about UFC 126 post fight. Damn. Woo. Oh boy. I told y'all, did not tell y'all. But you know what, we gonna get into all that, man. I just want to touch up on a couple of things that happened on this fight card and give my thoughts on it. And also, I want to talk about what was going on before the fights. You know, a lot of predictions were made, and you know, like the weigh-ins and stuff like that. And you know, I want to get into that. You know, so let's do it, man. Anderson Silva came out. Vitor Belfort came out. Let me tell you something, man. I really, 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 really like Vitor Belfort. Okay, I really respect this guy. You know what I'm saying? I just have so much respect for this guy. You know, honestly, this is one of the most hardest things for me. To just, it was one of the hardest fights for me to predict, and because honestly, I didn't want to see either of these guys lose. You know, Anderson Silva is my all-time favorite fighter of all time. I have a lot of favorite fighters now, but Anderson Silva, you know, he's at the top of that list. And you know, you just don't want to go against a guy like Vitor. He's such a good guy. You know, he's very classy, and he's very humble. He's not negative, and you know, I just really, and a lot of people was rooting for him. You know, I wanted Anderson. I was rooting for Anderson Silva, but you know, I didn't really want to see Vitor lose either. But I knew Anderson would win this fight. You know, I told you, man. I said, listen to me. You guys, you know, a lot of you fans, man, let me tell you something. You guys are so disrespectful. You know, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you continue to count out a guy like Anderson Silva, who's been the champ for this long, undefeated in the UFC? You know, he's continuously defending his belt, and convincingly, except for that one time against Chael Sonnen. You know what I'm saying? And he still came through and he won, you know. And, you know, you guys just continue to count this guy out. You know, he goes up to 205 and just whoops guys, just whoops their asses. You know what I'm saying? Comes back down, you know, to his normal weight division, which is middleweight, and he beats the shit out of guys, you know. You know, I mean, yeah, he has a few lackluster performances, but you guys really don't understand fighting the way you think you do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they hate on this guy for no reason. I'm going to get into that. But like I say, Anderson Silva came out, and like I say, man, he's such a dynamic striker. That's one thing I like about this guy. He figures out so many impressive and creative ways to do strikes, and he's just not a one-dimensional type of striker. Now, going into this fight, I knew that Vitor Belfort was a dangerous striker. I'm going to tell you something. Just let me, why it's on my mind, I'm going to tell you like this. Let's just get this straight and understood. Hey, look, just because Vitor Belfort got knocked out, that doesn't make him washed up, and that doesn't make him a weak fighter. And I'm going to tell you something, man. Had Vitor Belfort been fighting anyone else, I'm gonna tell you something, that fight would have been over maybe in the first round. Vitor Belfort, he threw punches, and every punch that he threw with all of his fucking might. He threw with bad intentions, okay? Let's just get that straight. So Vitor Belfort did go out there to win, but when you're dealing with a guy, like I say, who's good at creating angles and all kind of different ways to strike, while you guys are just sitting up there crying, complaining, thinking about that, oh, Anderson Silva, he's just a dancer. Oh, all he does is dance. I hate this guy. Listen, man. You may think that he's dancing or he's trying to be arrogant and this. Listen, man. People have certain ways of striking. It's called rhythm, okay? Not rhythm where you're thinking about like real dancing in the club, like, oh yeah, I got rhythm. You know, like boxing type rhythm. Yeah, it's MMA, but you still have to have footwork. You have to have rhythm. This is where you throw your opponent off. I know some of you guys know that, but still a lot of you guys don't know that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why he's the best fighter in the world to a lot of people. And you know, and that's what makes him so great. That's what makes him undefeated in the UFC. You know, I'm not saying he's undefeated in his career. I'm saying undefeated in the UFC. That's what makes this guy so good, because he's able to, you know, just, you know, just do creative things, and you guys just need to stop crying and stop hating. Every fighter's not going to be the same, you know. So you guys is sitting up there crying about, oh, the way this guy dances, the way he performed. Yeah, sure, he went out there against Taylor's latest and against fucking, Patrick Cote, he was doing pretty good. Like I said, I'm gonna get into the 126 card, but you guys, you know me, I like to break shit down. Like I said, if you don't like it, you feel free to just, go on to another video. But I got some stuff on my mind. I want to get it off my chest. Like I say, he has some lackluster performances, but every fight is not going to be great, But this guy's not that bad of a guy for you guys to act like this and count him out. And, oh, Vitor Belfort, the Phenoms, going to go out there. He's going to knock Anderson Silva out in the first round. And when Vitor Belfort hits people, they go to sleep. Anderson Silva got rocked by Chael Sonnen. He's getting knocked out by the first punch that Anderson Silva throws. Man, you guys are like fucking kindergartners. Like, just not be able to think outside the box, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Vitor Belfort would have hit, if he would have caught Anderson Silva with one of those punches he was throwing, if he would have caught him flush on the chin, like just right on the button. Yeah, he punched Anderson Silva. He caught him in the face, but at the same time, it wasn't with everything. And if he would have caught him with everything, who knows? This could have been a totally different night for Anderson Silva. Maybe he would have lost. You never know. But at the same time, nevertheless, I knew he would win. I knew he would find a way to win. Honestly, I thought this fight would go to decision. I didn't even think that Anderson Silva was going to knock out Vitor Belfort. So this guy just continuing to impress me, and you guys just continue to count him out for what? Like I say, when you're on top, a lot of people, they just like to hate. They just like to hate on you. They want to see you fall. Like I say, when you do something great, and everybody loves you. You have one bad performance, everybody fucking hates you. They write you off. They count you out. They say you're done. You're getting old overnight. I hate you. I hate the way you go out there and dance, and you have no respect for your opponents. Hey, listen, man. You do not have to have listen. My thing is, have respect before the fight, okay, and after the fight. Okay, if you can't respect the guy before the fight and after the fight, you're a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? But while you're in the octagon, you guys are trying to take each other's head off. Fuck that. Try to beat the shit out of them. Fuck respect while you're in that octagon. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? But after the fight, if you come out on top, make sure you show your respect to this fighter and let him know that, hey, look, man, it's a fight. We're fighting for honor, pride, and you know what, man? I'm going to get you out of there any way I know how, man. And if I have to throw you off with my head movements and doing all this right here just because I know that, you can't figure my movements out, so be it. Stop crying. Grow up. Just grow the fuck up. But anyways, like I said, Anderson Silva land a great strike. Front kick. I don't know what to call this kick. I do this kick myself. I do it a lot, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing that kick for a long time, and you may be like, oh, why do you do kicks? Yeah, like I say, man, it's a lot y'all don't know about me. You might see me in that octagon one day. But yeah, this ain't about me. But nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I seen that kick, man, and I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, I kind of played. I said, you know what? Anderson Silva's going to have to, he's going to have to come out. And he's going to have to figure something out because, honestly, I think that Vitor Belfort is he's a massive striker, okay? He's a lot of power in his hands, and also this guy, he has some good boxing. He doesn't have great boxing like people try to make it seem, but he does have good boxing. But the most important thing, Vitor Belfort is so freaking fast. He has so much speed, and as we all know, and he has a lot of power. So I thought to myself, Anderson Silva, he has power in his punches, but he's not your typical, quote unquote power puncher. You know what I'm saying? But he is a power puncher. He has knocked guys out. But Anderson Silva is the most kind of guy like, you know what kind of striker he is, and I felt him going up against Vitor Belfort, he would have to probably use his feet, his legs, and his kicks. I felt that, because he does have the reach advantage, and I just think that if he was going to defeat Vitor Belfort, he would have to move around, pick his shots. He could throw some strikes with his hands every now and then. But most of all, keep your distance. Keep him out with your feet. And little did I know that Anderson Silva was going to knock him out with a front kick to the face. I mean, this was a brutal knockout. I mean, he knocked him the fuck out. I mean, it was hard for me to watch my boy Vitor Belfort. Like I said, I like both of these guys. It was hard for me to see a guy so humble like Vitor Belfort laid out on the canvas. But you know what? One of these fighters had to lose, and Vitor Belfort, I knew he was gonna get his ass whooped. I mean, I didn't think he was gonna get knocked out, but I knew he was gonna lose this fight. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, big ups to Vitor Belfort. Don't count this guy out. He's still a great fighter, and these guys might even end up having a rematch one day. You know what I'm saying? He did, to me, Vitor Belfort did a great job before the point, before him getting knocked out. He was trying to, you know, it was a little bit of a filling out process, but like I say, you MMA fans, man, you have to stop looking for a guy to just go in there and start swinging and all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, it's a filling out process, man. These guys are not idiots. They're smart fighters, and neither one of these guys are trying to get knocked out. Okay, plain and simple. You know, I was recently looking at Ariel Helwani, his interview with Dana White, and you know, I have the utmost respect for Ariel Helwani. I really like this guy, and you know, one of the best. Just he's one of the best in the game at what he does, and I really like him, you know, and you know, he asks a lot of good questions. He says a lot of good stuff, but you know something, just that comment that he made and question what he said to Dana White, like, did you think this was when they were just, you know, it was, you know, like I talked about the fill it out process. Did you think this was Anderson Silva, Damian Maia? You thought this was happening all over again? I'm like, how the fuck could you think that? First of all, he's not fighting a guy like Damian Maia. He's fighting a guy who has massive punching power and hand speed, and he's known for knocking motherfuckers out. Second of all, okay, give it some time. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck could you even think that this would even go to that, you know, go to that? How did his mind even wonder? You know, I just want to slap the shit out of him when he said that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, come on, man. Just, what are you thinking? You know what I'm saying? Second of all, even if Anderson Silva would have tried to dance around the whole fight, I'm telling you now, Vitor Belfort would not have let him. You know, he would have brought the fight to Anderson just like he was trying to do, you know, once the filling out process was kind of, you know, over. And then he got knocked the fuck out. So, Ariel Helwani, look, man, that was a dumbass comment. But anyways, like I was saying, I just want to say, Ryan Bader, John Jones, like I say, Ryan Bader's a great fighter. Big ups to him. Hold your head up, man. You'll be back. But you're dealing with an animal, John Jones. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not particularly a big fan of John Jones. I really don't. I mean, like I said, I like him. I like to watch him fight. To me, he's not all that exciting, but I know I don't know what it is. He's not that exciting, but to me, he does some good things in there, and he's very impressive. But and I don't know, his attitude is something about it, even though I know he has that real, like, to me he's kind of almost even though he's such a humble guy, it seems to be, but I can still see a little something in him. He's kind of arrogant. He has a bit of a I don't know what to call it, man. You know, I just see something in him that just annoys the shit out of me. You know, he's kind of cocky a little bit, but at the same time, that's not the reason I don't like him. The reason I don't like him is because I do like the guy. It's just that I don't know, man. I don't like him, but I do want to see him go to the top. You know, I'm not going to stop liking him just because of the things that he did with you know, his stare downs. His stare downs are kind of annoying, the way he gets up on a guy and doesn't look at him and looks away. But I understand that, though. You don't want a guy, you know, you want to kind of, you know, it's a mental thing, you know. But I don't know. He kind of trying to make it seem like he's some type of like he can do no wrong and this and that and that. But on the other hand, really, he knows what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just something about him. I can't figure it out. It's something about him. But yeah. You know, but big ups to John Jones. You know what I'm saying? You know, he did a great job. You know, I am a fan of his, but I'm just not the biggest fan of his. Ryan Bader, you did a good job. Keep your head up. This fight kind of went something like I thought it would go, and I figured that John Jones would submit him, and he did. But Yeah, man. I can't really say much about this. You know, I mean, they won the best fights in the world. These fights tonight, but there were some good fights, and I think people just need to stop complaining. Rich Franklin versus Forrest Griffin. It turned out exactly the way I thought it would turn out. You know what I'm saying? Except that Forrest Griffin really didn't use as much leg kicks that I anticipated, and I thought that he would. But he actually took Rich Franklin down a couple of times, and those were that kind of enabled him to steal the rounds. And you know, it was a back and forth battle. Forrest Griffin rocked him just a little bit with a punch, and like I say, great night of fights. This went exactly the way I thought it would. So, yeah, man, you guys let me know.